Hi, Aaron. Hope you had a good week. For today's story, we have Jessie's Hill by Anne Harth. When was the last time you rode your bike to the top of a hill, Aaron? Do you have a bike? Do you like riding bikes? Jessie pushed his bike into the driveway. Can I come to the zoo, Dennis? Can you ride to the top of the hill? His brother asked. His friends were ready to go. Aaron, I think right here it's supposed to say, can you ride to the top of the hill? Jessie looked up at the steep hill. I think I can, he said. Let's go. Dennis and his friends rode away. Jessie jumped on his bike. He pedaled as hard as he could. He passed Mrs. Johnson's house. Look at Jessie. He's sweating a lot. Must be pedaling hard. His legs were shaky. He passed Peter Potter's house. It was hard to breathe. He was hot. He stopped in front of the yellow house. Have you ever exercised so much that it's hard to breathe, Aaron? Jessie, Dennis called from the top of the hill. Jessie looked up. When you can ride to the top, you can come. Jessie stamped his foot. His brother disappeared over the hill. Wow, Jessie looks angry. The next day, Jessie tried again. He jumped on his bike. He pedaled as hard as he could. He passed Mrs. Jennings' house. He passed Peter Potter's house. His legs were shaky. It was hard to breathe. He was hot, but he passed the yellow house too. Jessie tried to ride up the hill every day. His legs were shaky, and it was hard to breathe, but every day he rode a little further. It was Saturday morning. Jessie pushed his bike into the driveway. Dennis and his friends were leaving. That's Dennis. Do you have an older brother, Aaron? Where are you going? Jessie said. Dennis stopped. We're going to the zoo. Can I come? Can you ride to the top of the hill? Watch me. Jessie jumped on his bike. He pedaled as hard as he could. He rode past Mrs. Jennings' house. He rode past Peter Potter's house. He rode past the yellow house. His legs weren't shaky. He pedaled harder. He looks determined. Go, Jessie. You can do it. Dennis and his friends cheered. He pedaled harder. He passed 3 more houses. He was almost to the top of the hill. His legs were shaky. It was hard to breathe. Jessie was hot, but he didn't stop. His bike slowed down. It wobbled, but kept moving. Jessie stood on his pedals and pushed. He reached the top. Yeah! He looked down at Dennis and his friends. They were puffing and panting. They rode up the hill. Dennis patted Jessie on the back. Do you want to come to the zoo? He said. Jessie grinned. Nice. All right, Aaron, got a couple comprehension questions. Number 1. The story's main idea is Jessie practiced until he could bike up the hill. The lesson is blank. What's the lesson? Number 2. What makes Dennis a good big brother? Number 3. How did Jessie finally get up the hill? Thanks a lot, Aaron. Hope you liked the story today, and I'll see you next week.